Adin Ross speaks on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. I think Drake won that beef because obviously Kendrick made the hit song, The Not Like Us, but it's all lies. Okay, so there's been some discussions about what Adin has been saying here as he went on the Full Send podcast, and this was a moment that got clipped and posted it all over the X platform. So let's see what he says about the Drake and Kendrick beef over here. And just as a little side note, a couple of months ago, this did in fact take place, the Adin Ross and Drake full stream, but we'll get to that in a bit. Adin here has this to say about the beef.
So that was kind of a big W for Drake, I think, the Super Bowl performance, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because, like, if you compare past Super Bowl people, you have, like, Beyonce, Bruno Mars. Yeah. It's like Kendrick, it's like...
And he made it all about Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have performed Bitch Don't Kill.
Wait, you can't diss Kendrick. Dude, bro's a big name in it of himself. I mean, that's why the beef with Drake is so huge, because Kendrick's name is just huge. I mean, sure, the Pusha T thing was also massive back in, what was it, like 2018, 2019? Several years ago. But I mean, still, Kendrick has had a bunch of classic albums, GKMC, T-Pab, Damn. I mean, Mr. Morale wasn't that big, but, you know, when Kendrick speaks, everybody's tuned in type of thing, man.
Know My Vibe.
So you can't really diss Kendrick's name in terms of that.
You know, all of his classics, like the ADHD stuff. Like, it's just,
ADHD.
He didn't do it. He obviously wanted to make it about him, and whatever. In my opinion, it is what it is. And in my opinion, like... I think Drake won that beef because the rap battle, because it's like obviously Kendrick made the hit song The Not Like Us, but it's all lies. He said he had a daughter, which was debunked, and then the pedophile.
People forgot about that, eh?
Right.
The daughter thing was crazy.
Like, come on, bro. It wasn't even real.
No.
Like, but people don't bring that up.
It's crazy. That's what scares me too, is because, like, I guess when you get to that level and you're so big, like, people really do just want to see you fall.
That's how it is, bro. They all had...
Like, nothing Kendrick...
They had it out for him.
Nothing Kendrick said was ever proven.
Nothing.
Obviously, Drake's not fucking banging underage girls.
He can get any girl he wants.
Yeah, it's like... But that's what's... Isn't that kind of scary, too? Where it's like... When you're that big, people really want to fucking come for you.
Yeah, and it's sad because you can argue that Drake put Kendrick on. I'll never forget, in 2011, I was 11 years old.
Drake put Kendrick on? Kendrick did open for him in a tour in 2012, which helped him a lot. Oh, so that was he going to mention? Oh, put him on. Okay, so put him on... more into it. Okay. I thought he was talking in terms of like musically, but yeah, that's right.
I was going to this. It's called it was Would You Like a Tour, I believe.
There you go. You got it, Andrew.
When he first dropped Take Care, he took Kendrick, J. Cole, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, all these guys on tour, gave them all a feature, French Montana, Meek Mill, all of them, and he helped put him on, and it's like, you're doing him like this. It's all out of, I'm telling you, it's because there was...
It does feel a little bit backstabby what Kendrick's been doing. And then when he did that Control line...
All built up, obviously. We know this. And he's been number one for so long, they just try to knock him out. And that's really what it did. You can't knock him out, though. He's in Australia selling out crazy shows. He can do it anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. And this guy just dropped an album. It's amazing. And let's be real. No disrespect to Kendrick, but he has classics. He has hits. He is a legend, technically. But his last album... Before GNX, Mr. Morale, horrible. Drake revived Kendrick's career.
100%.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
okay, that one, dude. As much of a Kendrick fan that I am, I can't really deny that whenever Adin says that Drake revived his career. One, he didn't like fully per se revive it like on his own, but Mr. Morale is so overhated. I wasn't really a fan of it, but I think it's like one of those like it'll take years for people to appreciate it more. I gotta go with another listen because I've only listened to it once. Okay, yeah, but I can't really argue with Adin. The point that Adin should be probably making is not that Drake revived his career, but that Kendrick is using Drake and his likeness to get himself back up to where he was. But now like Kendrick's at a peak right now. He's bigger now than he was with the Damn album, and a lot of it has to do with the Drake beef. And then but GNX, like the GNX was like the milestone that like Kendrick needed to lock in for, and he did lock in. GNX is such a good album. So I mean, he didn't fully use Drake to get back on top, but I mean, it was the turning point in Kendrick's career because now everybody's like talking about him again. So that's what he had to say there on that situation. And this Academics TV page, who are I mean, how else to say it, dude? Drake glazers and just do not like Kendrick. They posted the same clip, but of course put it into a biased tone here, saying that Adin Ross and Kyle discussed how Drake won the beef against Kendrick, explaining that Drake was lied about and that Kendrick's biggest moments have all happened because of him. They go on to talk about how scary it is that people want to see you fall just because you're at the top. Okay, now reading that after seeing the clip, he's not that wrong, but obviously the Academics overall entity has a bias against Kendrick just because of what he's been doing against Drake. All right, but as I was saying, you know, Adin has a lot of good things to say about Drake because they've been tapped in with each other for a very long time. You know, Drake is tapped in with the whole streaming culture in general. with like all the big streamers out there like Kai, but Adin, it's just like one of those people that just always comes out and defends him, like almost no matter what. I mean, it is what it is though, but I mean, if Adin generally feels good vibes and everything from Drake, so be it. You know, can't take that away from him. But I don't know, I just think that it's kind of important to bring this out. And this stream wasn't even a like a full-on collab type of stream. This was just like a steak stream, so that was kind of unfortunate. I wish they would have a more genuine stream together, yeah, like at the Kick Warehouse. But yeah, this happened. But as for Adin, with this calling out of Kendrick, it isn't just like brand new and everything. Adin has been feeling this way ever since the Like That track dropped, just on like the couple of hours after it came out, March 22nd here. Adin on his second account on X said the Kendrick diss on J. Cole and Drake was so cringe. On God, J. Cole and Drake passed him up. That's why. So bro was on Drake's side from the very beginning, so he's not like switching up or anything after Not Like Us and GNX drop or anything. Adin has been on Drake's side the whole time. But then, you know, with the most recent X post about Kendrick, Adin made this post here on February 9th when the Super Bowl halftime show was taking place. Adin said here, this Kendrick halftime show is the worst I've ever seen. And then after the Super Bowl halftime show ended, I think this was like at the very end, Adin, as he said in that recent full send clip, Adin here has said that Drake revived Kendrick Lamar's career, which at first when I seen this, I mean, again, like I was saying, you can't really deny it. Like, he kind of did, but now it should be Kendrick's motivation here to take what people say about it with stuff like this and make some solid music, solid plays, solid albums in the forthcoming future to kind of like prove these people wrong and just take himself to a higher stratosphere than where he is right now already. Because bro, right now, like bro's like popping off on Spotify. He has like over 100 million monthly listeners, the highest of any rapper. But yeah, man, I wouldn't really necessarily fully argue, except if you're like saying that Drake himself did it. I mean, obviously you could argue that, but Kendrick did use Drake's likeness and stuff to get himself up to that level. But now bro needs to lock in, take himself to newer heights. I mean, but Adin disliking Kendrick isn't just full on dislike. So here we got a February 5th, 2025 post where he was replying to this thread here where Fearbuck has said only hate it because he's on top, referring to Drake. And Adin here said on his second account, people only hate him because he's number one and it's just a bunch of built up hate over time. Kendrick got 5 Grammys for calling Drake a pedo but didn't get any for Good Kid, Mad City. Shit sad, all politics. So, I mean, yeah, Adin has been open about Kendrick's older work being amazing. So like Good Kid, Mad City. I mean, obviously here he talks about GKMC. And then he did mention ADHD, the track from Section 80. Yeah, you know, he gives Kendrick his props. I feel like Adin's just saying here that Kendrick doesn't need to be doing all this shit. But, hey man, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do type of thing, right? Maybe. I mean, the same thing could kind of be said against Adin here, where whenever he went to Kick, he was shitting on Twitch. And, you know, it was kind of like, you don't necessarily need to hate on Twitch to get Kick up or to do your own streams. But, so the same arguments could kind of be used against him here. But I see what Adin means. But yeah, this whole post here is just showing that he has, like, no full-on hatred for Kendrick. Like, he could at least see the artistic goodness in him. But then with Adin saying this and this NFR podcast clip going viral, we have people calling it out here. Flame over here said, why would anyone care about what Adin Ross has to say about hip-hop? You know, okay, I'm going to defend Adin here, dude, because I mean, dude, bro has done a lot for hip-hop, especially since the 2021 days. Or pretty much mostly in the 2021 days. Bro had rappers on. Adin basically pioneered rappers coming into streamers' streams and then doing the collabs and then having it be this whole way of new promotion for the rappers. So Adin did huge here, and then obviously as we've seen, Kai was one of the people that took the ball and ran with it. With what he's doing now, like he's also bringing on rappers on stream, artists, and it's just like good for everyone. So I feel like you definitely shouldn't be saying this in 2021, but I feel like in 2025 this could be seen more as a valid point because Adin has had a little bit of a character change over the past years ever since going on the Kick. I don't want to say falling off. I feel like he's still one of the big three in the streaming space. You know, we got Kai, Speed, and I think Adin, but I think Blackboy Max is gunning for that number 3 spot. And he's gunning for it real good. If Adin doesn't lock in and do big streams and everything, Blackboy Max is going to be that top 3, which will be interesting to see. But yeah, I can see why people are saying this. Like, who gives a fuck what Adin has to say here? And then we had another post here, Adin Ross opinions in the big 2025. And of course, the Speed Try Not to Laugh. And then Complex Music posted about it here saying, Adin Ross thinks Drake won Kendrick Lamar feud. I made a post about it, and we have Easy Money over here. Almost getting to that point where we're hearing the amount of likes that this post has. Easy Money over here says, who gives a fuck what Adin Ross thinks? Embarrassing that you posted this. So yeah, the tides are turning, and almost like, we're almost to that point, it's like, who cares what Adin has to say about the hip-hop game? And it sucks, man, because dude, it was so huge in 2021, and then over the coming years. But now, ever since he's been being a bit weird over the past few years, doing some questionable things, people just value his opinion less and less and less. And as we see with this other post here, nobody is taking an Adin Ross rap take seriously. A couple hundred likes. Thank you. Why they're posting him like he's a valid source of music? Well, I'm telling you, dude, like, bro was a significant part in hip hop culture in 2021, pioneering that streamers, ex-rapper streams. I mean, that's why, but in the big 2025 now. And as for what Adin had to say about the new Drake and P&D album, he enjoyed it. I mean, I'm still seeing on the internet, I still feel like it's kind of like a 50-50, but it's gone more towards people are enjoying it more, but maybe that's just like people have stopped hating on it or disliking it. But I still kind of feel like it's like a 50-50 as to what people think about some sexy songs for you. But this is what Adin had to say about Drake's project.
What do you think of the new album?
I think it's good.
I think it's fire,
I really
too.
do. I think it's one of these albums you have to keep listening to.
Yeah.
You find your new favorite song over and over again. I've been listening to it. I love the album. It was perfect. They did it on that Valentine's Day too. I know it was supposed to drop like months ago, but it was worth it. And I'm glad that Drake's getting the recognition he deserves.
I wonder if he genuinely thinks that, or if he's just saying that to kind of like glaze Drake. But I mean, when Adin speaks, he like speaks his mind. So I don't think he's just like saying this just to say it. Maybe he does genuinely like it, but I don't know, man. Aiden's more of a hip hop head. I just don't see him liking this album and then hating G and X. I just don't see that. All right, but now moving on to, all right, we're still on the topic of Adin, and I'll show you why. But real quick, Twitch had updated their enforcement system to reduce the risk of permanent bans, where now minor violations expire in 90 days, and serious violations like hateful conduct expire in 1 to 2 years. Now, this is interesting that it's happening right now because, okay, so basically this is just talking about like they're going to be not necessarily more lenient on TOS, but just on bans that take place. So they're going to make bans a little bit less common. I think I would assume that's the route that they're going, and then have violations be less severe, as it says here. And why that's interesting right now is that over the past several months, there have been rumors that Adin's supposedly getting ready to get unbanned on Twitch. And now with these new changes taking place, the rumors are heating up even more now that Adin Ross is rumored to be unbanned on Twitch within the next 7 days after big changes were made to Twitch enforcement system, and that most violations will expire and drop off of your account after a set amount of time. Okay, so why am I showing all of this? Okay, so here you see the next 7 days. This is a rumor. Okay, well, let me just say this. This is from Clip Season. Bro posts like sometimes like false things just for like engagement bait. But the rumors here is still being talked about because on February 25th, 2023, so about 2 years ago, Adin got banned on Twitch because this was around the time when he was like promoting Kick because he was going over to Kick. And you know, Twitch has said that the reason that they banned Adin was because of unmoderated chat. Like his Kick chat was on the screen while he was streaming on Twitch. And that's why and Twitch says that that's why they banned him. Ever since that, I mean, just like Adin kind of thinks so too. I call BS on that. I think that Twitch banned him because Adin was like promoting Kick on another streaming platform, and I think that's why Twitch banned him. And then Adin's just like an easy person to ban because dude is controversial as fuck, and he got even more controversial after the ban. He was being more controversial on Kick. But the Twitch ban with Adin took place on February 25th, 2023. And right now it's 1 a.m., but it's currently February 21st. We are 4 days away from it being 2 years to the day where Adin got banned. And Adin, you know, over the past couple of months, he's been talking about something that's set to happen. And with the most recent post, I don't know when exactly this took place. I mean, according to this post here, it's saying that this took place just very recently. But this post here is from February 16th, 2025, and the caption here says, Adin Ross hints at a possible Twitch unban this month. And he says this.
I feel like your last couple of months has just kind of been like about you. I know you had like a really strong grind period. Now you're kind of just taking down on the work, or how does that go?
Well, I got something hopefully planned this month. It's going to be elevating for my career. So I'm just being very patient with what I'm doing right now. I'm not really doing too much. I'm just really focusing on myself. I'm trying to make sure my mental, my physical, everything is correct. Because if something happens this month, which I'm expecting it to happen, I'm not going to say too much because I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. I like to speak on shit unless it happens. You know what I mean?
Delays happen, shit happens.
Exactly. But I have something big coming and I hope it happens. And if it doesn't, whatever. We go back to drawing board. But if it happens, blessed.
So I feel like...
Okay, man. So this month, but with that, yeah, it's almost about to be exactly 2 years to the day where Adin Ross got banned on Twitch, and that is now serving rumors that on February 25th, so in a couple of days, Adin is gonna get unbanned on Twitch and make that comeback.